start of the game. Your Seattle Pacific University Falcons men's soccer team. Yes, welcome again to Interbay Soccer Stadium for today's non-conference matchup featuring the Cal State Dominguez Hills Toros and your Seattle Pacific University Falcons. Today's officials, referee Babacar Jello, assistant referees Craig Allen and Tyler Lipton. Now, let's meet the teams. First, for the visiting Cal State Dominguez Hills Toros. In goal, number 1, Arturo Magayan. Number 5, defender Diego Barahona. Number 6, midfielder Kenny Lee. Midfielder number 8, Logan Kaufman. Defender number 11, Mason Kukas. Midfielder number 13, Chris Brisseno. Defender number 15, George Charles Jr. Forward number 18, Mikey McKibben. Forward number 20, Gabriel Gonzalez. Midfielder number 22, Aldair Marta. And midfielder number 34, Steve Gonzalez. The Toros are coached by Eddie Soto, with the assistant coach being Patrick Tenori. Now fans, up on your feet. Let's meet the starting lineup for your Seattle Pacific University Falcons. In goal, number 35, Pierluca Caravale. That's number 35. Number 2, defender Evan Ani. Midfielder number 5, Diego Pena Salgado. Midfielder number 9, Raimundo Mendez. Midfielder number 10, Connor Tolan. Defender number 12, Carter Gay. Forward number 13, Isaac Ketchum. Defender number 14, Jackson Good. Forward number 16, J.J. Diaz. Forward number 17, Judah Johnston. And defender number 25, Pacific University Falcons. We played the national anthem before the women's game earlier, so we are set for action.
Welcome into the second match of our doubleheader here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. I'm Aaron Heinzen. It is the men's turn for Seattle Pacific University, taking on Cal State Dominguez Hills tonight. 7 p.m. as the sun comes down just behind the hills here in northwest Seattle. It's a beautiful scene. Clouds have kind of gone away. It's a lovely sunset. We can see the moon in the backdrop, and we are ready for some soccer here. Let's get straight into the starting 11. For the visitors, Cal State Dominguez Hills Toros, 2 changes from their last game, that 4-0 victory that they had over Hawaii Pacific last week on September 7th. In the goal is Arturo Magana. Diego Barahona is in defense. In midfield, Kenny Lee comes in for Ramiro Rosas. Midfielder Logan Kaufman, Mason Cookus. Another change, Chris Briseño is in for Sergio Valenzuela. George Charles Jr., Mikey McKibben, Gabriel Gonzalez, Aldair Marta, and Steve Gonzalez round out the starting 11 for the Toros. It is the same for Kevin Sakuta's side, SPU Falcons. Just 2 changes as well from their game in that 2-1 loss last week against Chico State. Pierluca Carnovale in goal from left to right, Silvestre Vallejo, Isaac Ketchen, Evan Aune in the middle. Carter Gay comes in and replaces Alexander Magana at right back. And into the midfield, Lucas Schreiner takes a break, and Diego Peña Salgado back from injury, starting in the midfield alongside Jackson Good, Connor Tolan, and up top JJ Diaz, Raimundo Mendez, and Judah Johnston with 2 goals to his name, looking to get maybe a third, who knows what, tonight. As both sides out onto the field now, SPU and they're all white going from left to right. And the Toros, Dominguez Hills, going from right to left in that maroon. Boubacar Jallo, our head referee, gets us started. We are underway here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Aaron Heinzen. It's going to be a good one tonight, so we hear. Both these sides 1-1. Dominguez Hills started out their campaign in the lovely state of Hawaii. They fell to Hawaii Hilo by a score of 2-0. Sounds like the possession, though, was very much in Dominguez Hills' favor. They just were unable to convert their chances. They then scored 4 against Hawaii Pacific last weekend to round out their trip to Hawaii. For SPU, and an impressive performance. He started out well. A nice win over Sonoma State before falling to Chico State by a score of 2-1, and what just a quick concession of 2 goals in practically 2 minutes after a very good performance from the Falcons. See them drop to 1-1. Third straight home match for the Falcons right now as Connor Tolan takes this once. A good free kick. Bounces once into the box, into the hands of Arturo Magana, the 6'5 graduate senior from San Bernardino, California. This is his 3rd appearance. He's got 4 saves so far to his credit. Mason Cookus to bring that one in, finds the feet of number 22, Aldair Marta, who has quite the resume. Was an under-17 World Cup player at the 2023 Under-17 World Cup in Indonesia. Is this ball over the top, looking for the forward, sliding in is Pierluca Carnovale. Does he make contact? He does. He doesn't get the ball, and it's a penalty already for Cal State Dominguez Hills. And just like that, the run of Gabriel Gonzalez, the senior out of Phoenix, Arizona. Carnovale comes out, doesn't get any of the ball, is judged to have got all player. And in very similar fashion to the women's game prior to this one, There is a scoring opportunity for the opposition. The women fell by a score of 4-0 to Hawaii Hilo. This is going to be taken by Diego Barahona against Pierluca Carnevale. Barahona on the left foot, puts it into the corner. And just like that, Cal State Dominguez Hills lead by a 0-0. Less than 2 minutes in. Head coach Kevin Sakuda will not like the looks of that. It was just a ball over the top. Carnevale came out to grab it. Managed to clip the legs, or was judged to have clipped the legs of Gabriel Gonzalez. He goes down. And Barahona gets on the score sheet. That is going to be his first goal of the 2024 campaign from Baldwin Hills, California, Diego Barahona. Now again, Dominguez Hills on the ball. That is their captain, number 18. Mikey McKibben, excuse me. So again, for the second time this afternoon or this evening, a Falcon side finds themselves down by a goal early in this one. Raimundo Mendez, what can he do? There's a look at Peña Salgado back from that. You can see the brace on his right knee. Back from injury, though, and into the starting 11. Falcon coaching staff will be pleased to see him back. Here's Silvestre Vallejo. Has his pass cut out, looking for J.J. Diaz. Dominguez Hills have it back. Going the other way. I was mentioning before, is just see Aldair Marta go down, number 22. It's off your screen now as that ball's going to be a throw-in for Dominguez Hills. Aldair Marta, 3 appearances in the Under-17 World Cup in Indonesia last year, 2023. Panamanian side drew twice and lost once. They didn't get out of the group, which included the hosts Indonesia. Also Ecuador and Morocco ended up going down in the opener. But Aldair came in as a sub all 3 games. What an experience for any player to have. He features tonight for the Toros. Here's the goal scorer, Barahona. That penalty kick, 2 minutes into this one, going long here, easily dealt with by Ketchum. And again, as always, keep you posted on the clock. At the moment, you're going to see it stop here for a second as we try to catch up with the play. Peña Salgado caught on the ball right in a dangerous area. This one is put across and a last-second foot in there by Evan Ane. It's going to be a corner for Cal State Dominguez Hills. Evan Ane, captain for the Falcons, has his right arm tied up in a wrap. And an interesting thing on that game against Chico State, when Ane went out to get that wrap fixed, that is when Chico State was able to put in both of their goals while he was off the field. It literally wasn't very long, just a couple of minutes. This ball's whipped into the far post. Ane is there. Back in by Barahona. Nice effort from him. The center back with that left foot. Just flashes wide of the goal. Ane had an extremely solid game, though, against Chico State. And had he remained on the field, who knows what the outcome could have been. Well, the Toros, the report was they do like to possess the ball. They move it very well, and you can see the movement already is very good. That cross, though, not on target. Sails over absolutely everybody. And that effort by number 11, Mason Cookus. Cal State Dominguez Hills, coached by Eddie Soto. It's his 6th season. He's named head coach on April 1st, 2019. Spent several years as the head coach at University of San Francisco. Was also 8 seasons at UCLA under Jorge Salcedo. Spent time working with the Los Angeles Galaxy. Himself, Soto, a 2-time All-American at Cal State Fullerton, still holds the single-season scoring record of 18 goals in one season. That is very impressive. While this Cal State Dominguez side didn't have the greatest season last year, they did win the CCAA. championship in 2022. Now then, here is J.J. Diaz on a ball over the top. Chance for SPU. Diaz goes down to the box. Boubacar Diallo not impressed. Waves his arm, tells Diaz to get up. You just wonder if J.J. Diaz could have stayed on his feet a little bit more, but was clipped a little. Going to be a throw-in, though, for the Toros. Head coach Eddie Soto is also United States national team beach soccer coach from 2008 to 2020. How about that tackle there by Carter Gay? Now sitting in the center of the field, he is the right back tonight, though. Here's Gay again. Won that header. Peña Salgado has it back for the Falcons. J.J. Diaz. Judah Johnston just floating off that shoulder of Mason Cookus. He was looking for that diagonal ball. Doesn't get it this time. Here's Isaac Ketchum. Certainly lining up to be a really entertaining game tonight. First few minutes. Both teams looking to play. That ball's taken off of Marta. Peña Salgado. Now finds Judah Johnston. He looked for that pass earlier. He's got it this time. Judah Johnston needs a little bit of support. Gets it in Tolan. Connor Tolan. He'll just turn it and play it back to Carter Gay. 37.5 minutes into this one. Dominguez Hills earned a penalty just less than 2 minutes into this. They lead by a 1-0. That ball from Gay just doesn't find Tolan. Back to Barahona. Magana under some pressure from Mendez. He's going to see this one away. Throwing for the Falcons. Mendez. He's won SPU a corner with that effort. Raimundo Mendez, 1 goal so far. Didn't get on the score sheet in the game last week against Chico State. Put one away, though, against Sonoma State on September 5th. It was last Thursday, a week ago today. See him, number 9, at the top of the box. Connor Tolan's also there. This one's going to be whipped in, though, with the left foot of Vallejo over everyone. That was how SPU got their goal against Chico State in the first half last Saturday. They're looking for the head of Judah Johnston. It was over everybody this time. Silvestre Vallejo out of Sultan, Washington. Already on his 3rd appearance so far this season. 6 appearances, 3 starts last year. He'll certainly beat that this year. Dominguez Hills looking to get around on the back. Steve Gonzalez said he was held up there, but no call from Jallo. Peña Salgado, Mendez. Good turn. Decides to flick it away to Jackson Good. Vallejo in, looking for the run of Mendez. Barahona sees it away. Dominguez Hills can break. Marta. That one is broken up, though, by Vallejo. He does well. Isaac Ketchum, though, is giving it right back. Barahona again. Trying to twist away from Mendez. Good pressure from Raimundo Mendez. Not the most confident clearance either by Magana. SPU have it back. Mendez. Ray Mendez on the flick looking for Connor Tolan. Maybe just a little too far and a little too close to Arturo Magana. His distribution on that last play maybe it wasn't the best. Put his team under pressure almost immediately. Now chooses to go longer this time. Well, one header by Carter Gay on the near side. Judah Johnston can't get to it. Jackson Good. Peña Salgado. Tolan. Judah Johnston. Back to Tolan. Barahona. Ball bouncing around now there. In the end, it's a throw for the Toros. Last time these two sides met here at Interbay Soccer Stadium, or the last time they met, period. You have to go all the way back to November 14th, 2015. It was the NCAA Division II tournament. The game finished 1-1. Dominguez Hills, though, won 3-2 on penalty kicks. SPU went down to 10 men in the second half with about 30 minutes to play, and you'll never guess who got the equalizer. Hold that thought for a moment as Dominguez Hills building something up here, and this one's just going to be flashed over. What a look there by Gabriel Gonzalez, and again, really good break by Dominguez Hills. You can see Gabriel Gonzalez fall to his knees, the senior. So that one just lifted over the crossbar. Another great chance for Cal State Dominguez Hills. SPU looking sharp before then. And just like that, Dominguez Hills able to break out and nearly punish the Falcons again. Ramuno Mendez, that one is knocked away. Strong challenge by Kenny Lee, number 6. One of the changes here for Eddie Soto's side. Lee again gets a toe in on that one. Isaac Ketchum's going to keep it in. Slip there from Ketchum. He'll have it cleared. It's going to be a throw in here for Dominguez Hills, and I will save my story for another time, as it's some continuous pressure here from Cal State. See if we might have a long throw in our hands. Looks like it's going to be taken by number 13. No, it won't. It's going to be Steve Gonzalez, a right back. And in the end, off the foot of Mikey McKibben. And it's going to be a goal kick. Now I will get back to my story. So the last time these two teams met, as I said before, back on November 14th, 2015, NCAA D2 tournament. As again, Peña Salgado immediately in trouble. They played that one short, the Falcons. And again, under a lot of pressure. That one is seen away by Dominguez Hills. Jackson Good wins the header. And it's going to be a foul called on Marta. Matt Merchant got the goal for the Falcons to start things off. But as I said, SPU went down to 10 men with about a half an hour to play. The equalizer was scored by Tony Alfaro. And if you are a Seattle Sounders fan, Tony Alfaro spent a couple of years as a Seattle Sounder here. He is still playing. Currently plays for El Paso in the USL Championship, but has spent time with DC United, NYCFC, as Judah Johnson tries to get around Logan Kaufman. That's number 11, Mason Cookus. Logan Kaufman was also involved in that. Ane. Picked up by Kaufman. Marta. Lee. Interesting thing about Lee, he's one of the only players with his shirt tucked in. You don't see that very much anymore. Nice little turn there from Kenny Lee. Gets it on his left foot. Looking for Ketchum, heads that one away. It's falling though straight to number 18, Mickey McKibben. That one's blocked off again by Evan Aune. As I mentioned, Tony Alfaro got that equalizer sounder from 2016 to 2018. Spent time in Liga MX with Guadalajara. Was on loan at Zacatepec, Reno 1868, DC United, NYCFC. Of course, the Los Angeles Galaxy in 2023, and is now currently with El Paso in the USL Championship. Whew, there, I got through it. But if you are in the area and are a Sounders fan and know some players of the past, Tony Alfaro, that is a name, and he is a Cal State Dominguez Hills alum. Ketchum likes to go back to his keeper. Again, Pressure just collapsing in on the Falcons. They will play it short. Lee again on the ball. Cookus down this left side. The left back loves those marauding runs, it appears. That header, Vallejo, worked out for him. Certainly wasn't his plan. Mendez nearly slipping that one through. .28 left in this one. In the first half, I should say. Mania Salgado. Carnevale. Looking to find Carter Gay. That one is well intercepted, though, by Mason Cookus. Back the other way. Jackson Good slid over to challenge. Evan Ane does well to block off that shot from Christian Briseño. That pass, though, not on its target by George Charles Jr. Vid Jr. out of Las Vegas. Last season, 14 appearances, 6 starts, 1 assist. SPU coming the other way. They've been under some pressure the last few minutes. They'll have a chance to be on the ball here. Head coach Kevin Sakuda knows this is going to be a big weekend for his team. Said we'll need to be at our best with Dominguez Hills this evening, and then on Saturday against Cal State LA, the number 3 team currently ranked in the country is Judah Johnson. Puts this one across, falling straight to Ray Mendez, and SPU are level. 26:43 left on the clock, and just like that, it's a wonderful ball across by Judah Johnston. Took a little bit of a deflection straight to the path of Ray Mendez, and he is not going to miss from there. He gets his second goal on the season, and we are level here at Inter Bay. Really nicely worked by the Falcons. Judah Johnston able to get some separation there out on the wing. Gets a nice ball across and right where he should be. Ray Mendez, one of the captains and the leaders of this team, a senior out of Yakima, Washington. 13 goals, 2 assists last season. Pretty phenomenal output. Logan Kaufman coming the other way. Connor Tolan staying with him. Long diagonal ball onto the other side. Dominguez Hills, they have a chance again. This one's bounced dangerously across the front of goal. Stretching to get there is Carter Gay. Going down is Kaufman. And Boubacar Jallo says Kaufman went down too easily, and it's going to be a goal kick for SPU. End-to-end stuff here at Inter Bay Soccer Stadium. If you're a fan of 2 teams that like to play and move quick, this one is for you. These goal kicks are always interesting for the Falcons. This time they will look to play long, but instead play it short. This time they get it out wide faster. Carter Gay down the line to Tolan. Tolan doesn't find Judah Johnston. At the moment. Now an interesting run from the left foot of Barahona. Hands it off to Kaufman. Looking to find the feet of his forward. It's cleared away, though, by Isaac Ketchum. Way out of his goal is Magana. He does well to find the foot of Kaufman. Good touch from the captain. Trying to bend that one around Isaac Ketchum. He's there, though. He'll see that one away. Cookus. Tolan takes it off him. Cookus gets it back. Tolan, a second chance. Nice feet from Judah Johnston to get around Lee. Judah Johnston. Still working Judah Johnston. Really good stuff from the 5th-year senior out of Arvada, Colorado. Shot count credit 6 to Dominguez Hills. 1 to SPU. That one being their level goal by Ray Mendez just a few moments ago. Now a dangerous free kick here for the Falcons as the clock ticks down 24 minutes, 30 seconds. Our game clock that you are seeing on the screen, just 2 minutes behind. Promise you we can sort that out at some point. Connor Tolan, dangerous ball in. Still bouncing around. Ray sets it for Evan Ane, straight into the chest of Magana. He had come out originally, but I'm not sure he was going to get to that. Magana is going to go long. Ketchum takes the header. Quick restart there for SPU. JJ Diaz. Diaz going inside, trying to squeeze that one through to Connor Tolan, but just took too long. Too many bodies in the way. That's a nice ball to find Kaufman. Switch of play to Marta. Dominguez Hills look to break quick. Baceno. Kaufman. Again, Cookus on the left. He's got time. That ball's over everybody, though. Not a great distribution from Cookus. SPU can take it the other way. Vallejo. Jackson Good. Again, Gay under pressure. Falcons do well to play out of it. In fact, they do really well if they can break here. Ray Mendez popping up on the wing. Vallejo. Now the run of Diaz, who's can't keep this one in. Too much on it.
Substitutions for the Toros.
Going to see our first changes of the match here as Aldair Marta is going to come off, as well as Christian Briseno. So Eddie Soto makes 2 changes, and coming on, our number 9, Zach Eichberger, and number 10, Ramiro Rosas. And right off the bat, here is the number 9 for the Toros. It's one his side to throw. So Eichelberger and Rosas in for Briseno and Marta for the Toros. Kaufman. Back to Charles Jr. Arahona. Cal State Dominguez Hills. Really lovely little ball. This is their 3rd away match of the season. Of course, I mentioned that long trip they took out last weekend to Hawaii. And after facing the Falcons tonight, they will head further north to Bellingham to face Western Washington on Saturday before they head back home for their home opener against Point Loma down at Toros Stadium. Judah Johnston looking for the feet of Mendez. Gets it back, but again broken up. This has been a really entertaining game. 20 minutes left here in the first half. Magana under some pressure again. This time the ball finds its way through, but Ketchum plays it back the other way. Nice turn from Lee to get away from Tolan. Kaufman. That ball squeaks through. Now it's a chance. Broken in. Eichelberger, and coming out is Carnevale. He had to get that one right, and this time he does. Well, the initial pass just kind of squeaked through the SPU lines. That second one was a really good ball. Eichelberger found himself in with a chance. But Carnevale off his line quickly, smothers it. It's a great save from the graduate student out of Seattle. I mentioned before, went to Ballard High School just up the road here from Inter Bay Soccer Stadium. Was at Willamette University for 4 years. He's going to finish out his college career here with the Falcons as Evan Ane goes down awkwardly, and Boubacar Diallo is called a foul. Ane back to his feet though and looks okay. The foul was called on Gabriel Gonzalez. Here's Ane now. Vallejo just pokes that away from some danger. Mendez trying to break too many players in his path. And again, Dominguez Hills have a chance to go the other way. It's good, well done though by Peña Salgado, and just able to slip that one through to Connor Tolan. Tolan, Judah Johnson to his right, but that's not the best pass. It's cut out by Cookus. Now a change coming for the Falcons. 18 minutes left here in the first half. And it is going to be Silvestre Vallejo, the left back for SPU. So Vallejo is off. Replaced by number 27, Nick Ramoso. Saw this substitution in the last game against Chico State. Ramoso out of Mill Creek, Washington. Spent time playing for the Washington Rush. The redshirt sophomore. Deep shadows now around Inter Bay Soccer Stadium. It's getting a little bit crisper as we get a little bit further into the fall season. It's a beautiful time of year here in the Pacific Northwest. We got a sliver of moon above the stadium. It's a lovely setting and a really entertaining game on our hands. I know your clock says 19 minutes, but we are just under 17 left at the moment. Good switch of play here from the Toros. And it's Kaufman again. Logan Kaufman. Out to the left back, Mason Cookus. Lots of time again for Cookus this time. Back post. There are bodies back there this time. And it's flicked away by J.J. Diaz. Another substitution change coming here for the Falcons. They won't get it right now. A little tug of the jersey there by Peña Salgado. It's got to be careful. Corner kick for Dominguez Hills. SPU change will have to wait as Logan Kaufman walks over to take this one. It's his third appearance this season. Got one goal to his name. Of course, in their 4-0 win over Hawaii Pacific, and seeing as though that was the only game that they've scored goals in. It was the game winner. It was the first one. I mentioned before, last week they played at Hawaii Hilo. They went down 2-0, then bounced back 2 days later to win 4-0. At Hawaii Pacific. Now here is Kaufman. Going for the far post. Headed away by Johnston, but onto that left foot. Barahona. He has the goal for Cal State Dominguez Hills tonight on a penalty kick. 2 minutes into this one. After Gabriel Gonzalez was taken down by Pierluca Carnevale, the goalkeeper for SPU. But the Falcons answered on a ball from Judah Johnston to find Ray Mendez. That's what puts us level here, 1-1, as that ball from George Charles Jr. hits the legs of Boubacar Diallo. He has to restart it. It's going to be Dominguez Hills' ball. Easy enough. There it is. Barahona. Ball whipped in is a decent one. Bouncing around, still cleared. A lot of talent on both these sides display tonight. Of course, an attractive thing by Cal State Dominguez Hills. Eddie Soto back as head coach. Worked with a lot of players that went on to Major League Soccer. That's got to be attraction to some of these guys. As that tackle by Lee appears to have caught Ray Mendez. The ball is worked out. It's broken away to J.J. Diaz. Diaz puts this one down. It's not cleared yet. Now it is, but barely. Judah Johnston thought for a moment he had his fourth on the season. Third on the season, but it wasn't meant to be. That clearance from Kenny Lee as well almost went in for an own goal as Ray Mendez is still down. He's now back to his feet, just walking that one off gingerly. Boubacar Diallo going over to check on him. Ray Mendez gives a thumbs up. Still limping just a little bit. What a sequence that was. That ball slipped through to J.J. Diaz. In on goal. It's a good save by Arturo Magana, but there was plenty more to do. Now then, corner kick to the far post. Header one there. I think it was a combination of Jackson Good and Carter Gay. It's not on target. Magana, though, does really well to come out, get a hand to it, but it wasn't settled, and Judah Johnston thought he'd had his third of the season. Only to see it blocked off and then cleared by Lee. It spun out behind the goal, almost went in as an own goal. Connor Tolan's going to take a break. And he is going to be replaced, by the looks of things, Joseph Van Horn. Now then, Dominguez Hills the other way. Just to the hands of Pierluca Carnevale. Peña Salgado trying to get out of it, can't do it. And it's going to be called for a foul. It's going to be a free kick here for the Toros. I mentioned before the experience that Soto has at UCLA, at USF, and with the Galaxy, and how many players have come through and moved on to Major League Soccer. And it's got to be a real attraction for Cal State Dominguez Hills. Opportunity to work with that experience. Perhaps move your career beyond the college game. You never know. Free kick here for the Toros. It's going to go over goal and out for a goal kick. With the Van Horn inclusion for the Falcons, he's going to be out on that left side. J.J. Diaz up top. Judah Johnston on the right, and Ray Mendez will come and sit in that attacking midfield position where Connor Tolan was. This position he is well capable of doing. Likes to drop in anyways, pick up the ball, turn, and go at the back line. Certainly one of those nightmare scenario kind of forwards. It's not just right up top every single time, pops up all over the place. It's one of the things the coaching staff love about him. Loves to combine. .10:40 left here in the first half. Seattle Pacific University 1. Cal State Dominguez Hills 1. Here's Carter Gay on that right side, looking for Judah Johnston. This is good work from the Falcons. J.J. Diaz looking to find it back to Johnston. It's a handball called on George Charles Jr. and a free kick for SPU. Only one man standing over this one for the Falcons. It's going to be Ray Mendez as Cal State looking to sort their wall out. Count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five-man wall straight in the middle. This ball is straight in the middle of the field, about 25 yards out. Plenty of room for Ray Mendez to get this one up and over. little bit of pushing and shoving. Diaz trying to get in. Here is Mendez. Keeps it low. Takes a deflection. But in the end, straight to the hands of Magana. Magana goes along with it. Kaufman moves this out to Mendez. Pena Salgado. Here comes Dominguez Hills going the other way. Eichelberger can't squeeze that one through. SPU have it back. Jackson Good looking for the feet of Diaz, but he doesn't collect. Now Mendez streaking after this one. Magana goes long. Well, one header by Carter Gay. That one touched the ball hand. It certainly does, and it is flagged. Good pressure there by the Falcons. I'm not sure I mentioned our assistant referees, Craig Allen and Tyler Lipton. I have now. Catch him. Looking for Judah Johnston. Kaufman back on the ball again. He's giving it away. Diaz looking to squeeze that one through for Van Horn. Van Horn on the clear. Van Horn on the left foot. It's gone wide. Oh, the far post. It looks like he had the angle, but that one just squeezed a little wide. It's a good effort from Van Horn. And a goal kick for Dominguez Hills. Cal State looking to break. Lost possession, and good effort by SPU trying to catch him on the transition. Seven and a half to play here in the first half. Welcome in. SPU, Cal State, Dominguez Hills. A couple of fouls here and there. Boubacar Jallo calls the first one. There's a second player down, though, for the Toros. This is just in the afters after the first tackle. And Boubacar Jallo is going to stop the time, actually. Couple of substitutions getting ready here for the Falcons, and training staff is going to come off. It's the SPU training staff. It's like it's Shirley Chandler. Come out in 10-2, number 18, Mikey McKibben. Who is up to his feet now and walking off. Shirley Chandler is helped by Michaela Peterson and Mary Goodhue. I say helped, but rather their whole team. And we're back underway here. Judah Johnston. His pass goes awry. There has been a change. I missed it somehow. That one is headed away, and it is for Cal State Dominguez Hills, the Toros. It's number 33, Gavin Brumer, the freshman, who's onto the field. This is his debut for the Toros. So Gavin Brumer getting a chance out there. Has won his side a corner kick. Right-footed in-swinger flicked on, headed away by Ane. A dangerous ball. All served in by Kaufman, and that was the player that was down earlier. That's Mikey McKibben. Looks to be okay now for sure. So Brumer on. And two more changes. JJ Diaz is going to take a break. And Pena Salgado is as well. Coming on for him is Number 31, Lucas Schreiner, who started the last game against Chico State. Freshman out of Bellevue, Washington. And onto the field. Well done there by Ray Mendez. Schreiner making a run into that midfield. Gets the touch. And just away from him. That one's going to drift out of bounds. And it's number 22, Christopher Soto, gets his second appearance so far this season. Judah Johnston's going to go into the middle. And J.J. Diaz is going to take a break. Here's Gay. Loses the possession. Schreiner all the way back to Carnevale. SPU men still without the services of Brady Fendrich, Alexander Christoph, Luis Zazueta, and of course Aaron Stapleton, who had that shoulder injury in that last game against Chico State. As another foul is called, another free kick here for the Toros, and the goalkeeper Mitchell Wilson all still out with injuries for the Toros. Talk to assistant coach Patrick Tenorio. He said they are healthy and good to go. Patrick's 7th season here with the Toros. That free kick going for goal. Ambitious to say the least. Blasted over the bar by Diego Barahona. Certainly had enough power on it. Just too high and up into the trees. Mendez tries to slip that through the legs of Kaufman, but gives up the ball. Barahona. Kukas all the way back to his goalkeeper. Magana immediately under pressure. Magana does well to find Lee. Gagne is just going to go along with it. 3.5 left to play here in the first half. One apiece on the break. Eichelberger gets the cross in straight to Broomer, and he has not only his first game, but his first goal as a Cal State Dominguez Hills Toro. And just like that, just before halftime, Cal State Dominguez Hills have taken the lead. Well, it was a great break. And Eichelberger just puts this one on a dime. Straight down the middle. And a great run from the freshman Broomer. Gavin Broomer. First appearance, first goal. He's put his side in the lead just before halftime. SPU 1, Cal State Dominguez Hills 2. Now then, here come the Falcons the other way. Can they get something before half? Van Horn on the right foot, squeezing it through, looking for Judah Johnston. And that one is cleared away by Barahona into the trees and into the bushes that are in behind the scoreboard that border the stadium here. First Berry ball of the game. Somebody's got to go find that. And that is going to be in a thicket of blackberry bushes. My money is on assistant coach Josh Sweat. He likes to get, but we'll see. If you can tell or not, in behind Inter Bay Soccer Stadium is a lovely collection of trees and blackberry bushes, and beyond that is the Inter Bay Golf Course and driving range, so the bushes are a nice fitting scene for that. That one, Barahona got a hold of that, sent that deep into the trees. Van Horn. Mendez. Okay. Out wide to Soto. Christopher Soto. Working on Kukas. Back to Jackson Good. Does well to turn it around again to Gate. Plenty of Falcon players waiting for some service here. Can Soto give it? It's knocked away by Barahona. Throw in for the Falcons. Minute 15 left here in the first half. It's been a thrilling one here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. I'm sure the second half's going to be just as good. Both these teams going at it, trying to get the 3 points here. Soto sets this one for Gay. Keeps it on the ground. It's knocked off. Blocked off, I should say, by Barahona. Corner kick, Falcons. Running over here is Ray Mendez. Looks like he wanted it played short. No. No, he didn't. Mendez. Clock ticking down to 30 seconds. Arm raised. Whips this one in with the right foot. It's not the best service as Lee gets to it right off the bat and sees it out of bounds. Throw in for the Falcons. They'll have to hurry if they want to get something. Christopher Soto just takes a little too much contact and goes down under that challenge from Mikey McKibben. And now a free kick. This time they do go short. Soto again gets around the first challenge. Again, Christopher Soto still going. 10 seconds count starts now. This ball in by Ramoso isn't the best. Cleared away by the Toros. Ramoso will have one more chance to serve this one in. Anes let it go. It slipped by everybody into the hands of Arturo Magana, and that will finish what is a thrilling first half here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. What began just under 2 minutes in the first half with a penalty kick by Cal State Dominguez Hills and Diego Barahona to put the Toros up 1-0. For SPU answered through, of course, Ray Mendez, and then just 3 minutes before halftime, getting his first goal on his first game for Cal State Dominguez Hills as a college player, freshman Gavin Broomer. And that is the current situation right now before halftime. We'll be back with the second half and big-time action after this.
Spring Hill Suites, Alaska Airlines, and Nike.
Johnny!
For confirmation, officially, the goal for Cal State Dominguez Hill scored in the 42nd minute by number 33, Gavin Brummer, and assist by number 9, Zach Eichelberger.
Don't even get my view.
Falcons back out on the pitch for the second half. You're on your Falcons here at half number 2.
Back here at Interbase Soccer Stadium. Both sides out, warming up, getting ready for the second half. Referees walking out to the middle of the field. Let's get you caught up what went down in the first half. Second minute in. Cal State Dominguez Hills got a penalty kick. Diego Barahona put that one away to put the Toros up 1-0 before SPU responded in the 19th. Ray Mendez on the assist from Judah Johnston. Cross from the right side. Mendez just right in front of goal, slots it away. And then in the 42nd minute, 3 minutes before halftime, the Toros answered again. Zach Eichelberger, the cross on that far side on the right for the Toros. And a really nice clean finish from Gavin Bruner on the volley. Gavin Brumer, the freshman, first appearance in college, first goal. Toros with a 2-1 lead. Hopefully the second half is anything like the first. We are in for it, and we are underway here at Interbase Soccer Stadium. Head coach Kevin Sakuda had a long chat with his players, looking to get themselves back into this one. They were very much in the game in the first half. And are really beaten by a really nice goal by Cal State Dominguez Hills. And that is what is the difference at the moment. Shot count. Toros lead this one 10-6. However, 3 saves credited to Toros goalkeeper Arturo Magana. No saves for the Falcons, so gives you an idea of the quality of the shots the SPU are getting off. Cal State Dominguez Hills had a couple of opportunities. Most of them went over the crossbar. Of course, they do have the lead. Throw in on the near side here. Cal State Dominguez Hills going from left to right on your screen. SPU in the all-white going from right to left. Here is the goal scorer, Barahona. He's the one that scored the penalty kick with that left foot going long. Carter Gay wins that header. Connor Tollin is back into the game. There's a hard sliding challenge there. And Judah Johnston's shoe has been left on the ground. Boubacar Jallo, though, whistles for the foul. Nothing more, though. That was a challenge from Mikey McKibben. Johnston went down hard. Clock has stopped as Boubacar Diallo helps Judah Johnson back to his feet. He's just going to have a quick chat here with the trainer. In fact, no, Judah Johnson's going to walk off. Assistant coach Luke Sandblom saying we might need to have a substitution or not. No, Judah Johnson is back to his feet and walking off now. Shirley Chandler checking on him. Now this one, a little bit of a mix-up and a close call there. Pierluca Carnevale ends up with it at his feet. Fortunate there for the Falcons. Gay does well to get out of that. Find the feet of Jackson Good. Again, immediate pressure from Dominguez Hills high up. They know SPU like to play that one out of the back. Falcons get away with it this time. Ane. To Lee. Connor Tolan takes it off of Lee. Now it's to Ray Mendez. Judah Johnson. No, excuse me, that's Joseph Van Horn. So I was mistaken there. Van Horn looks to be okay. Now it's going to be a throw-in. And it looks like we got another case of a Barry ball. That one went back into the bushes. Someone will have to go hunting for that one. Long throw from the Toros. It's a good one, too. Marta, he's another player who was subbed off in the first half, back in the midfield for the Toros, and that's a really poor ball from Kaufman. Van Horn. Now it's a tackle from behind there again, and Carter Gay goes down. Free kick for the Falcons. Ketchum. Kaufman sprinting to close down Vallejo. He's also back into the game, as is Pena Salgado. Tries to slip it between two. Can't get away with it. Kaufman's gone down. And Boubacar Diallo's going to stop time here. This second half has really come out flying, and now going into the books will be number 5, Diego Pena Salgado, for a pullback on Kaufman. So 5 minutes into this one, it has literally been end to end. First yellow card of the match to Pena Salgado.
Number 25, Sylvester Viejo, coming in the 55th minute.
Free kick here on the near side to be taken by Barahona.
50th minute.
He's going to loft this one into the box. Header won by the Falcons. Not totally cleared yet. Dominguez Hills won it back for the moment. Now they really do have it back. Intercepted well by Evan Ane. Mendez for Tolan. Pena Salgado. Good ball over the top to find J.J. Diaz. Diaz cutting inside on the right foot. He's got Van Horn in front of him. Diaz just can't quite find the angle. He had to really bend that one around to Mason Cookus. Now here comes Cookus. Look at the speed he's got. 2 in the box. It's an excellent tackle there by Carter Gay. Freshman's had a really strong performance. A little bit shaken up from that tackle, though. Still down is Carter Gay. Clock is going to stop. No, it's going to continue. Gay's back to his feet. Seems to be okay. Throwing for the Toros. McKibben. Ball bounces off the face of Van Horn. McKibben still going. Van Horn had turned away after that ball had hit him in the face. Referee never blew the whistle, and McKibben took off. Van Horn seems to be okay now, still holding the side of his head. Now back to his feet, just a little shaken up. Free kick here for the Toros. Cargiallo just getting his gear set, now blows the whistle. This one is whipped in, top of the box. Knocked away. Now swung back in. Jackson Good gets a foot to it. That was Steve Gonzalez, by the way, who put that one in for the Toros. Freshman right back out of Redondo Beach. Marta, heavy touch. Mendez pokes it away. Good. Looking for Mendez, but couldn't quite find him. Aronoff. Barahona, excuse me. Found himself out on that left side. He's got to get back into position. Connor Tollins picked it up now for the Falcons. Here come SPU. Jackson Good looking for the run of Mendez. It's cleared away. Throw in for SPU. Both teams really going for it tonight. Game has been end to end. Possession probably trading places a little too much for both coaches. So you see that pass again put in by Marta, hits off McKibben. Now won back by the Falcons. Incredible pace in the middle of the field. Van Horn. Gay, back to Van Horn. Tackles just flying in almost everywhere. Connor Tollin trying to twist away. Feeds the ball down the line to Van Horn. He's going to get the cross away. It's in behind. Poked away, but only as far as Connor Tollin. SPU still with the pressure. Twisting and turning. Back to Van Horn. Looks like he's going to be onside. It's a nice little chop to Vallejo. Sylvester Vallejo on the left foot. Great near post save by Magana, and it's a corner for SPU. Really nicely worked by the Falcons on the far side there. Ends up at the feet of Vallejo, who has got that left foot. He twists and fires at the near post, and it's a really good reaction save from goalkeeper Arturo Magana, getting all 6'5" of his frame down. First corner of the second half of the Falcons. They're going to go short. Looking for the run of Mendez. Well read there by Logan Kaufman. Senior out of Redondo Beach as well. Ball all the way back now for Carnevale. He'll go long looking for Diaz. Diaz. Steve Gonzalez does well to get a foot in. They have it back. George Jr. Gonzalez over the top. That's flicked on to the run of McKibben. Tracked by Van Horn. It's McKibben. What a strike. Mikey McKibben. Take a bow. What a goal from the senior out of Torrance, California. Gets his first goal of the season. He had one last year. He's got one now. What an effort. This was a diagonal ball. It's just flicked on. McKibben makes that run on the far side. Van Horn's tracking him but can't stay with him. And the left foot of Mikey McKibben beats Carnevale in the far post. Great finish. Toros now with a 3-1 lead on the Falcons. 35 minutes to play here at Interbay Soccer Stadium.
Toros goal, their third of the game. Coming in the 55th minute, number 18, Mikey McKibben. For number 13, Chris Rousseau.
Mendez into the feet of Peña Salgado. Gets away from George Charles Jr. One is cleared by Barahona. Jackson Good. Ball again won back by the Toros. Twisting and turning there. It's Kaufman. Gonzalez trying to drive that one in. Vallejo nearly comes away with it. Lee. Barahona still going. Mendez is going to be called for the foul on Barahona, who's gone down. Going to be a free kick here for the Toros. And the referee, Boubacar Diallo, is going to stop time here. Barahona is down. Seems to be in a bit of pain. And again, the trainer, this time head coach Eddie Soto, is going to come out onto the field along with Shirley Chandler, trainer for the Falcons. Boubacar Diallo just having a conversation with Logan Kaufman and some of the Toros players as Barahona's back to his feet now. Walking gingerly, but nonetheless walking. Still feeling at his shoulder there.
Substitution for the Toros coming up in minute number 56. Now in number 2, Glenn Iwasaki.
And Barahona looks like he's going to be okay. Getting ready on the sidelines there is Clan Iwasaki. The game's restarted. Barahona is now checked back into the game as the ball's ended up in the hands of Carnevale. Vallejo. Good. Nice ball to find Tolan. He's got options on both sides. Cal State Dominguez Hill's racing back to cover this. Here's Van Horn. Taking on Cookus. Van Horn almost gets around him. Good tackle from Cookus. Throwing at the far end there for the Falcons. Carter Gay is going to come over and take this one. Here's Gay. On the left foot, takes a little bit of a deflection, seen away by Barahona. And another ball that's bounced in behind the fence. Hasn't gone very far, though. It should be fairly easy. Gay into the feet of Van Horn. He's got the run of Mendez, and that will be a definite Barry ball. That is the third one tonight. We may be waiting for a moment to get another ball back into play. As you can see the players standing around. There is one by the goal. I don't know how quickly they're able to get up there and get some of those. There's still plenty of balls around. I'm just being a little ridiculous. Now then, Van Horn. Mendez couldn't quite control it. Ane doing really well to try and keep that in. SPU, the pressure. Marta on the tackle. Diaz comes away with it. Out wide to Van Horn again, who's clattered, and it's a foul on Kaufman. Mendez immediately runs over, wants to take it quickly. This one is in, flicked on, brought down by Diaz, and it's in for SPU. And just like that, the Falcons have pulled one back. Quick thinking for Ray Mendez. Free kick taken quickly. Ball finds its way through on the cross. And a good strong finish there by the winger J.J. Diaz, number 16. 3 minutes later, the Falcons respond. Cal State Dominguez Hills 3, SPU 2. This second half is living up to it. Away we go again.
Substitution, minute number 58. Back into the game, Ramiro Rosas.
Ane won the header, back to Connor Tolan. Nice turn from him to get around Lee. Tolan looking to squeeze that one through to Diaz. That one is going to be cleared away. Vallejo keeps it in. That is J.J. Diaz's first goal of the season. And a big one at that. He had one goal last year in his 12 appearances. Ended up being a game winner.
Falcons' second goal, scored in the 58th minute.
Arturo Magani able to get a hand to it, but not enough to keep it out.
Assisted by number 9, Raimundo Mendez.
Lee over the top. Ketchum's going to just nod that one on. Half hour left to play in this one here at Interbay. SPU trying to get back in it, and they have already pulled a goal back and have the momentum. Mendez in plenty of space. Good diagonal ball out wide to Diaz. Vallejo racing to help out. Diaz driving inside. Does he have any options? Squeezes it through to Mendez, whose pass gets it all wrong. Good. Trying to get a piece of it. McKibben, though, has come away. Now Cal Dominguez Hills can break. Kaufman chooses to go inside. It's a chance. There's no power on that shot from number 13, Chris Braceno. Kaufman has it back, though, on a nods this one away. Van Horn brings it down. Carter Gay will settle it. Ane back into Tolan. Lots of space here for the midfielder. Connor Tolan. Ane again. Big tackle, comes away with it. Sylvester Vallejo go over the top and find Mendez. Just couldn't get it past George Charles Jr. Ane again. This time he's going to get a foot in there, Evan Ane. Boubacar Jallo wants to have a word with the big number 2. He's going to stop the time. Being helped back to his feet is number 20, Gabriel Gonzalez. And I can assume that is going to be Evan Ane's warning. And the next time it will be a card. Free kick here for the Toros. Headed away by Vallejo. Lee. Nice pass there by Cookus. Headed on by McKibben. Now crossed in. It's over the head of Ketchum. Ball bouncing around. Could go anywhere. It's a volley goal. And it is McKibben again. Mikey McKibben. SPU don't deal with it. McKibben gets a foot in. Takes it out of the air. Slips it by Carnevale. And just like that, the Toros are up 2 again. Just under 30 minutes to play. McKibben gets his second. And substitutions now coming in for the Toros. And again, it's going to be number 9, Zach Eichelberger, as well as the freshman goal scorer, number 33, Gavin Broomer. Well, we've seen 6 goals now. Still plenty of time for more here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. Just to recap, penalty kick in the 2nd minute by Diego Barahona before SPU answered through Ray Mendez. An assist by Judah Johnson. And then in the 42nd, Gavin Broomer gets his first goal of his college career, assisted by Zach Eichelberger. And in the second half, McKibben got one in the 55th before J.J. Diaz answered in the 58th. And then just moments ago, McKibben gets his second on the night to make it 4-2 for the Toros. As little conversation here for Ray Mendez between him and Boubacar Jallo. We've only seen 1 yellow card so far. That was to SPU midfielder Diego Peña Salgado. No changes currently for the Falcons. But for the Toros, Eichelberger is back on and Broomer back onto the field. So that is Gabriel Gonzalez going off as it's a nice tackle from Kaufman, who's whistled for the foul. McKibben hanging on to the ball. A lot of pressure there from Eichelberger. Ane does well to get out of it. Gay. Tolan. Good work here from SP. That's a wonderful ball by Mendez. They've sprung J.J. Diaz on the left. Toros racing to get back. J.J. Diaz still twisting and turning as Van Horn waiting. They managed to get it across through Peña Salgado. 3 in the box waiting for the service. Good, goes back. Carter Gay. Going to knock this one in there. Racing to get over to it is Magana, and he will. Just a little bit too much loft from the freshman right back there, Carter Gay. Player out of Everett, Washington. Getting his 3rd appearance on the season, in his freshman season. Quick throw from Vallejo down to Mendez. That's going to be... have to retake it. And a substitution change as Carter Gay is going to come off. Going to be replaced by number 24, Jesse Thrall. Jesse Thrall's first appearance this season. 2024 season. 12 appearances, 9 starts last year for the Woodland Washington man. The junior. Here is Thrall. Good. Nice ball from him, but that one is skipped past J.J. Diaz. He doesn't settle it. Peña Salgado. Jackson Good. Tolan. J.J. Diaz. Looking for Mendez. Puts this one across and just getting a foot to that. As he had to, was Kukas. Ane gets in on the tackle and going down and taking the brunt of that one. And time is going to stop here. Card's going to be issued to Evan Ane. As Ramiro Rosas down. He took the brunt of that challenge there from Ane. Crunching tackle there by Evan Ane. That's his 2nd yellow card on the season. Formerly at Cal Poly Humboldt, Ramiro Rosas. Senior number 10 out of Pittsburgh, California. Back to his feet now. 25 minutes and change left here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. So glad you could join us for this one. Cal State Dominguez Hills lead 4-2. And still plenty more goals in this one. That is flicked on by Eiko Berger straight to the hands of Carnival. Ketchum gets that clearance wrong. Another change here for the Falcons. Coming off is Joseph Van Horn, replaced by Christopher Soto, number 22 on the far side of the midfield. Tolan, Soto's first touches of the second half. One's gone off of Lee. Kenny Lee, sophomore out of Culver City, California. 16 appearances last year as a freshman, 4 starts. Ketchum. Good finds Viejo, who's making a run. Viejo, the left back, playing on the inside right now. Here's Diaz, trying to squeeze his way through about 3 players. Tough ask. And now Steve Gonzalez, number 34, the freshman, is on the ground. Give me a free kick here for the Toros. What can the Falcons come up with here in the last 23 minutes? Barahona sends this one long and out of play. Ketchum. It's a tough ball in. One back by Rosas, trying to find it through, but gets his side a corner kick. Ramiro Rosas puts this one on his left foot for an in-swinger. Everybody at the top of the box for the Toros. Rosas bending this one in. Ane's there, and it's a header, and it is in. It's at McKibben again. It is. Mikey McKibben. Just like that in the 68th minute. A complete second half hat trick for Mikey McKibben, the senior out of Torrance, California. Got his 3rd goal of the season. And they've all come in the span of about 15 minutes. It was a little hard to tell, but McKibben pulls away like he was celebrating. He was in on the header as well. No, it most definitely was him. Mikey McKibben. Well, pretty incredible. We saw a hat trick in the game at 4:30, but the women's game between SPU and Hawaii Hilo. Now we've seen another hat trick here tonight in the men's game. Unfortunately for the Falcons, it has come with both visiting sides. 1 hat trick for Hawaii Hilo, now 1 for Cal State Dominguez Hills. Current score, Cal State 5. Cal State Dominguez Hills 5, Seattle Pacific 2. Falcons, though, still have time to answer. Ketchum. Poor ball from him. Picked up by McKibben. Broomer. That's an excellent ball by Rosas. Back to the feet of Eichelberger. Straight at the near post. Good reaction save from Carnevale. Does he save that one for going in? He does. Well done by Silvestre Viejo. Diaz. Good hold-up play. Jesse Thrall. Ane. Good. Trying to squeeze that one through. Hits the back heel of McKibben. Kaufman. Toros. Circle this one around. Now then, Logan Kaufman's made a good run down that far side, cuts it back to the right foot. Again, little 1-2. Kaufman back again. Ketchum seeing it away. Tolan out to Diaz. It's going to go at George Jr., but just one touch too many. It's out on this near side. "20 minutes to play here at Interbay Soccer Stadium." Lee called for a foul there on the header over the back of Tolan. Mendez does really well to avoid that tackle. Diaz. Mendez still going. Great combination between the two of them. Now Mendez still going. Yeah, it's just one too many from Ray Mendez. Does really well to try and get that through. Ane can't get to it. Broomer, does he have a second? Avoids the tackle from Carnevale. Broomer, he does. He's got a second. Pierluca Carnevale comes out, tries to win this one. And Gavin Broomer avoids the challenge of what certainly would have been a sending off had he clattered him. And it is now Cal State Dominguez Hills 6. Seattle Pacific University 2. And just in a flash, just like that, when SPU were on the attack, they lose possession. Ball over the top. Ane reaching for it, couldn't get there. Broomer does. Carnevale comes out. Broomer goes around him. And it has been almost all the Toros here in the second half in this one. Another ball over the top, this time Eichelberger. Able to hold that one up on Viejo. He's going to put it across. Ane gets his foot to it this time. Things really opening up here. Thrall does manage to get out of it. Soto now does really well to avoid that pressure. Toro still pushing and pressing, trying to get another opportunity. Ane sees that one away. It's going to be one back, though, by the Toros. Here's Lee. SPU started the season last Thursday here against Sonoma State with a 2-0 win, a shutout. They were nearing that shutout as well with 15 minutes to play. And the game on Saturday against Chico State, they conceded 2 in about 2 minutes. And in this one today, conceding 2 in the first half, and things have gotten away from them here in the second. We're also going to bring it up here for the Falcons. Can they pull one back? $17.5 to play. 4 players waiting to check into the game for SPU. Kevin Sakuta's side. A team that has looked very good in the first half and more than capable of scoring in the second, but just in those transition moments, Cal State, Dominguez Hills have taken their chances. Rosas. Michael Berger looking for Broomer, who was also on a hat trick. Between Bruber and McKibben. Now J.J. Diaz. Ketchum looking to get on the ball. Outside of the flick, Ketchum making the run. Diaz can't get out of the tackle. Nice feet there by number 15, George Charles Jr. But he goes down too much in the end. Boubacar Jallo says, get up. Here's Isaac Ketchum. Back looking for J.J. Diaz. Mendez. This one is cleared away. And out for an SPU throw. And here come the substitutions. 1 change for the Toros, 4 for the Falcons. Evan Ane is going to come off. He's replaced by number 4, Donovan Allen, in the center of the field, as is number 25, Sylvester Vallejo. He's replaced by number 20, Alexander Magana. So Magana is on. He'll go into the center back spot. As a matter of fact, almost the entire back line has been changed. Here is Donovan Allen. This is his first action this season for the senior out of Milton, Washington. 15 appearances, 12 starts last season for Allen. And on his left is Alexander Magana, who started that game on Saturday against Chico State at right back, as a matter of fact. Jesse Thrall stays at right back tonight, or for the moment. And out on the left is number 27, Nick Ramoso, checks back into the game. As well as number 29, first appearance for him tonight, Johan Gayton. Another ball out into the bushes, and it's going to be a throw in on the far side for the Toros. I mentioned Johan Gayton. He is in on that left side, left forward side for the Falcons. J.J. Diaz is going to go up top, and Ray Mendez, his night has ended. A little rest for him. As 2 more changes are going to come on. Jackson Good is going to come off, as well as Connor Tollin. So those 2 in the midfield will make way. Replaced by number 21, Mateo Herrera from Bothell, Washington. Mateo Herrera, this is his Falcon SPU debut. Another opportunity for him. Soto. All the way back to Allen. Magana. Ramoso. Now Ramoso's pass is off. Broomer's picked it up now. Chance to break here again. That ball is just beyond Kaufman. And going to be a goal kick. So attack now, J.J. Diaz. Looks like he's going to come off. And checking into the game is number 18, Owen Swartout. 3 appearances last year for the sophomore out of Sherwood, Oregon. Owen Swartout is going to come into the midfield, and that's going to push number 26, Christian Lara, the freshman out of Bellevue, Washington, from Sammamish High School. He's also getting his debut. So Kevin Skuda and his coaching staff allowing the younger players, the less experienced players, get a chance to run in on this one, saying we will live to play another day. Let's see what the youngsters can do. It's a complete change all over the field. And it's also into this one is Lucas Schreiner. So that will be the end of the night for Pena Salgado. He went off at some point as well. So the entire 10 out of the 11 has been changed now for the Falcons from the way they started. See if they can pull one back here. Final 10 minutes at Interbay Soccer Stadium. At halftime, this game was 2-1 in favor of the Toros. It is now 6-2. It was close there for a moment. It was 3-2 at one point. But goals in the 55th from McKibben, and in the 58th from J.J. Diaz made it 3-2 before McKibben picked up goals in the 61st, 68th, and then a second one from Gavin Broomer in the 71st. Brought it 6-2. Now then, here come the Falcons. That right side, the cross. No one there for SPU. Into the hands of Magana. Magana goes long. Donovan Allen wins that challenge. Schreiner trying to turn. Ramoso. Header into Herrera. Herrera trying to get a foot in. Kaufman, his pass in behind Eichelberger and out for a goal kick. Well, as I mentioned before, both these teams will play on Saturday. Is a huge change coming in as well for the Toros. Steve Gonzalez, the right back's coming off. Logan Kaufman coming off the midfield. Gavin Broomer, the freshman striker, on a brace. He's coming off as well. Zach Eichelberger also making a change. Wholesale changes as well. Diego Barahona will remain, but George Charles Jr., his center back partner, is also going to stay in. Nope, I'm wrong. George Charles Jr. has subbed off. And Esteban Ojeda will go in at left back. Cland Iwasaki in at right back. And D4 Genhu will come in at right center back. Throw. Ball bouncing around out there. Falcons, can they break here? Pass just in behind Ramoso. He'll have to turn, plays it back to Magana. Back to the goalkeeper, Carnavale. Thrall. Over the top. Thrall, he's got a runner. It's going to be just a little too much. Not a bad run there by Soto. Just under 9 minutes to play here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. SPU looking to pull one back here. These final few minutes. Younger players showing the coaches what they can do, what they can bring to the program, what the future can look like. Future is now, though. The Falcons playing some really good stuff. Just have these moments where they concede goals from time to time. That one's gone out. It's going to be a corner kick. For Eddie Soto's side, they'll be really encouraged by this. After their first game loss, 2-0 to Hawaii Hilo, they responded with 4 goals against Hawaii Pacific on Saturday last weekend, and now 6 goals here tonight at Interbay Soccer Stadium. 10 in 2 games, that's not a bad turnover after being shut out for your first one. Barahona wants this one. Swartout's going to get out there to close him down. Barahona's ball back is a poor one. He might get it back, though. He does. Barahona on the left foot. This one's headed away by Magana, only at the top of the box. Finishes blocked. Lee picks it up. Toros will go again. 7.5 to play, and now 2 keeper changes for both sides. Really have to go through the rosters here tonight. Both teams, and Pierluca Carnevale, he will call it a night. And we'll have to wait and see who it is that's coming in, because he, by my count, doesn't have a number on his back. That ball is cleared long. Looks like for the Toros, it's going to be Kelvin Vargas, number 36, the freshman goalkeeper. Played 45 minutes against Hawaii Pacific, and now we'll get a handful of minutes here at Interbay. So Kelvin Vargas is in. But for the Falcons, see if we can get a confirmation on this. It looks like it's going to be Diego Cosio, redshirt freshman out of Richland, Washington. He is the only goalkeeper listed. Mitchell Wilson, the sophomore from Issaquah, Washington, is currently injured. I mentioned that first part of the game, so I can't imagine. It's him. Diego Cosio now in for what is his first few minutes for Seattle Pacific University. So exciting moment for that guy. Here come the Falcons. Nick Ramoso. Johan Gayton. Still trying to get through Gayton. That one is seen away, though. Well defended by Iwasaki. Just under 6 minutes to play here. Magana saves off that challenge, tries to swing that in. Lee's going to send that one into the stands. Hermoso. Good play there from Schreiner to break pressure. He started in that game against Chico State because of the injury to Diego Pena Salgado. He shows promise for sure, Lucas Schreiner. That tackle by Iwasaki ruled to be a foul, and now Abubakar Jallo wanted to make sure Iwasaki gets out of the way there. Just under 5 minutes to play. Free kick here. Conversation between Owen Swartout and Nick Ramoso. It is going to be Swartout. Ball into the far post, a decent one. First test there for Kelvin Vargas. He deals with it. is credited with 2 saves in that 45 minutes that he got last weekend. Punches that one away. Now here is Schreiner. Ramoso. Nice ball there for Swardow, but I think Schreiner was offsides. You could see by his body language. And into the hands of Vargas. Gayton. Donovan Allen. Cossio comes out and just volleys that. There is a number on his back, but it's in white lettering, and I cannot read it. It's definitely Diego Cossio. Nope, I take it back. It is not Diego Cossio. I've now finally seen it. It's Chase Nelson, so I apologize for the confusion. Chase Nelson, 6'2" goalkeeper, sophomore out of West Lynn, Oregon. Number 28, Chase Nelson. Sorry for the confusion, everybody. As that another ball sails back into the bushes, though this one is just going to sit behind the fence. Oh, no problem. Final few minutes here. Just recap the way this game has gone. The scoring started just like the women's game. Almost literally to the second. 1 minute, 41 seconds into this one. When the Toros, as we see that ball cleared away by Kelvin Vargas. And the Toros won themselves a penalty kick. It was converted by Diego Barahona to put them up 1-0, but SPU came racing back. In the 19th, Ray Mendez converting from a Judah Johnston cross. And in the 42nd, Gavin Broomer on a really nice volley off a cross from Zach Eichelberger. That was the first half. And in the second, SPU mounting plenty of attacks. But the Toros finally answered in the 55th through Mikey McKibben. And again in the 58th, J.J. Diaz pulled one back to make it 3-2. In favor of the Toros before McKibben again in the 61st and the 68th to really start to pull away. And then Broomer in the 71st made it 6-2. Getting his second on the night. So 1 from Barahona, 2 from Broomer, and 3 from McKibben have been the difference tonight for the Toros. Just over a minute to play here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. SPU have Kevin Sakuda, Eric Skipper, Josh Sweat. They've all gotten together, changed the entire 11 that's out there now as Owen Swartout's header will just float over behind. Jimmy Ward, Luke Sandholm, giving the youngsters a chance. Eddie Soto has done the same for the Toros. A lot of young players out there now getting a chance to get a few minutes here as this game winds down. Mentioned before, SPU will host Cal State LA on Saturday, currently number 3 in the country. Well, Cal State Dominguez Hills will head north to Bellingham to face Western Washington on Saturday as well. I know the clock there on your screen is at double zeros, but we are in the 10-second countdown here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. These final few seconds tick down. Jesse Thrall heads it. They will knock the ball in, and that will do it here. Final score, as I mentioned, SPU 2, Cal State Dominguez Hills 6. It was a tight contest up until about the 60th minute when the Toros began to pull away, and just moments and chances taken well by the Toros. SPU looked lively, threatened from time to time, but in the end, it wasn't enough. They fall here today by a score of 6-2. That will do us for our doubleheader tonight here at Interbay Soccer Stadium. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Aaron Heinzen. Good night.
And then at 2 o'clock, men's soccer as Cal State LA